Hi, a very warm welcome to Dusty Shelf Collectibles. Today, a very special Hornet build. Yeah, hi. So, Jun Watanabe, Blockhead Motors is his brand. It's kind of a marketing brand, etc., etc. But he's very heavily into RC cars. And there's a whole following as to how he does delivery on his own personal cars. And you've probably seen that Tamiya have just released the Wild one in Blockhead Motors, and also the Hotshot as well. The Hotshot's just landed in the UK again from Blockhead with a different kind of livery and all that. But this is the one that kind of was the first crossover. This is the Jun Watanabe Hornet. Hornet, released in 2012. Very collectible, very rare. This one is actually my daughter's. We bought it for her in 2012, and at the time she wanted the car with the Dalmatian spots on it, and she did belong to an RC club at school, so it was used, it was raced, it was enjoyed, which is kind of how these things should be. Scroll on 12-13 years. The kit for these, if you can find one, anywhere from £700 upwards, untouched. Rolling chassis, £200-300 maybe, you know, depending on their condition. They're very sought after. And much as I've tried to sort of buy this from her, she doesn't want to let it go. It's part of her childhood, obviously, and she says she's going to treasure it. So I decided I want to do my own one, which is a harder task than it may sound. So what I've done is, over the years, I've been collecting parts as and when I find them. Some of them are prohibitively expensive, so I obviously don't have those. Others, you know, I picked up and added. And the final part of the jigsaw was the tub, which turned up a couple of weeks ago. So what I'm planning to do is basically build my own variant of this. Obviously it's not going to have the certification of the original model, it won't have the box, but I'm going to try and get it as close to it as I can. There's little things like this had, you know, white springs. Well, okay, I can't get the white springs, but I can paint these. And other little things like the wheels, I can't get the wheels, so I'm going to spray these black. And you'll see underneath here, some of the parts on here, I just haven't managed to get them yet. So in the interim, I'm going to spray these so that they look right. I know they won't be right, but they'll look right. And I'll get this as close to a lookalike as I can of the original. That's the plan. So over the next few weeks, I'm going to record little snippets, and then I'll edit it all together and upload it. And we'll just basically build through the build manual, try and get this as close as I can. Things like the wheels, I'm going to have a search for some sort of rubberized paint to try and get them the right colour. I mean, they're impossible to find now. You just cannot buy them, and when they do come up for sale, they are so expensive. It's not money that I would want to spend on it. But we'll see how we go, and yeah, hopefully this will be of some interest to somebody. And in the meantime, whilst I'm doing that, whilst I'm building my own variant, I'm going to strip this one down and try and get it back as close to mint as I can. You know, there's a lot of grime and dust all over it from running and years of sitting on the shelf, and I'll try and give it a good old clean up and get this looking as back to the best it can. So yeah, that's the plan, latest project, and hopefully it'll be of some interest to somebody. Right, let's see what we've got here. Let's get this stripped down, let's see what's in there, what condition this is all in. You can see the front bumper's broken, unfortunately. Should have a screw in the middle there. So these black parts that you see here, I'm going to spray these up to be purple, so they look right, although they're obviously not proper parts from the kit. They're standard hornet parts. So I've ordered up a completely new set of screws for this. So the first job when they arrive is to paint them, because the screws in the original Watanabe kit, they were had the heads of the screws black, painted black. So I will paint them all up when they arrive. Okay, and finally let's tear the gearbox down. There you go. So I'm going to sort through all of these, take all the old bearings out, strip the wheels down, and then get this lot ready for cleaning. I've certainly made some rapid progress over the last week. So full model stripped down. This is the other variant. This is, as I said, this is my daughter's one, so this is the one I'm copying at the moment. Chassis all been cleaned, given it a good old scrub, got all the dirt off of it. These were the only parts that I didn't have, so basically these are standard Tamiya parts, and I've sprayed them, so I'm actually quite pleased with the colour match. It's not bad at all, you know, considering. And there's this part as well that sits in there. You see it's just slightly off colour, but that's not going to notice, and they will do fine until I can procure proper moulded parts. Wheels, as you see on this on the original, they're black, so I've sprayed those, but I've done them in not a gloss black, it's like a semi-gloss black, so trying to get the right texture of those. Springs have all been painted, so this one, you can see the white springs on here, so these have been done with an enamel paint, so that's all done. I've procured a set of wheel nuts, again, you know, pretty good colour match, quite pleased with those. And then the next step is the original has all of the screw fittings on it. They're all well, they are actually anodized in black, but obviously I can't get anodized ones, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dust them over in black spray paint, just so they've got the right colour on there. So I've gone ahead and ordered a set of screw bags from the Hornet, and then what I'll do is I'll just take these out and give them a spray over. So that's the next step. So I've just prepped the screws for spraying. Take a piece of cardboard, punch some holes through, push the screws through the holes, hold them all still while you're spraying them. If you've ever tried to spray these, laying them down, they roll around and then they get stuck and you get an awful finish. So doing this way, hold them all still while they're drying. Right, so there you go, all sprayed. The heads are all now sprayed in black, gloss black. Like I say, the original does have, they look like anodized, but I mean these will be close enough. The paint's not great on these. It does seem to be catching a little bit, so I think I'll probably have to touch these in once they're on the car, but they'll do for now. So yeah, I'm going to leave this video there. So that's just a introduction to the project on the Hornet. Yeah, thanks for watching, and watch out for the next one where we do the next phase.